Alright, so game 2 versus Jonesy. How you going?
How you going, man?
Alright, take us through your Orky list.
Okay, pretty much it is 2 knob biker units, full 10-man complement with a war boss put in each. We're running 2 power claws on each of some of the knobs, sorry. We've all got sidewalk bodies, we've got a paintball in each and a banner in each. And then inside the Firestorm Readout, quite literally inside the Firestorm Readout, we've got 10 Orc boys with a knob and power claw and a boss ball.
Excellent, so we're playing Hammer and Anvil. There's the Swarm, the Skyblight. That's what it looks like. Right. So Orcs, and very elite Orcs. These guys are very, I would say, unkillable, unless you've got AP4, which unfortunately for Jonesy I have a lot of, so we'll get into it. Yeah, this is a bad matchup. So it's a bad mission for him. We've got the Scouring, so it's pretty much everything in my army scores. And when you've got 2 bike squads and the what's it called, the Firestorm Redoubt with some guys inside, I don't think that's enough shooting to actually kill the army, unfortunately. So moving on, I gave him first turn, and because I really, I'm relying on that night fight. I'm relying on... so no, there was no night fight, that's right. I wanted him to have first turn because what I did is I infiltrated my Gene Stealers up the top here, so that the Firestorm Readout, because remember I've used them before in a few of the Masters events. I wanted those to automatic fire against my Gene Stealers because my guys aren't up in the air. So that way I get to push forward turn 1. And if he had come forward, I would have been able to smash him without losing really any wounds on my guys from the Firestorm. I then use this Bastion in the middle as a bit of terrain, and really it's just me pushing forward as fast and as hard as I can, and just taking some random pot shots here and there. He's about to smash those Gene Stealers. Unfortunately, they were bait, and they did their job admirably. I do get a couple of grounding checks on my guys from the Firestorm, but I think I make some of my saves or some of the feel no pains, because you can see I've thrown my 2 Hive Tyrants right up in their face, and they have feel no pain, and I think, yeah, I've got one of the wounds on them. Unfortunately, by sitting back, it's just meant that every monstrous creature now can shoot the bikes. I do something really cool here, I think, with the Firestorm Readout. My 2 Hive Crones use their 2 Flamers so that it hits the building as well as hits the boys. So I've got the bike hits as well as, I think it's D3 or D6 hits to the guys inside. And yeah, that clears out everything but 1 mob. So 2 flames from the Hive Crones actually kills 9 of the 10 boys inside the Firestorm Readout. So that's really cool to know. I know people take Hive Crones for vector strikes and things like that, but I don't know, the Flame Breath is really cool. Think of it, I was going to say, like a Helldrake Light or something like that. Anyway, Jonesy here, I go for the Crazy Charge, and his Overwatch, you saw, he probably killed about 7 gargoyles, which means I failed the charge, but they don't all die, which is great. So he now has a choice. He's coming around here, and one of the things that he said after the game was he just didn't know that these Harpies and Hive Crones could actually land to try and, assault. So he wasn't even thinking of it. He was getting around. He was coming around so that I couldn't fly over him or do anything like that. Not even knowing that I could just actually land and then flame and then charge. And that's what's about to happen here. So, yeah, it was a bad matchup on a bad mission. If we're playing kill points, it might have been a little better because he could have been really defensively, really defensive and just smashed the crap out of me. But yeah, unfortunate for him. But we both had fun.